of all things. So now, this destructive action, one can commit that, killing, etc., or stealing for that matter, depriving others of their own things. So you are born as a poor person, you are deprived. Or sexual misconduct of all kinds. Or drinking, alcoholic drinks and misbehaving and all. These are all bodily actions which are unwholesome to an extent that they become karma patha. Karma patha is a course of action that leads to rebirth. In planes of existence and in families and in circumstances which are very painful. They are pain-producing activities. Similarly, verbal force is telling lie, or carrying tales, slandering, abusive language to hurt and to harm others, and just gossiping here and creating a lot of problem because of that. So these are verbal actions which people think, oh, they are nothing. But my goodness, they have got the potential to bring about rebirth. A person who has become garrulous and talking all kinds of nonsense and having fun with that may end up in a kind of life where all that you can do is no language, you can't talk, but you will make noise. We have got now near us a dog. 24 hours it is so garrulous, it just keeps on barking for nothing. It's almost like a mad dog on all the time just. And is tied down 24 hours, undergoing this misery and making life miserable for others around. So if you have become too garrulous and this kind of situation can happen. Similarly, mental action threefold. All the time wanting something or other. Somebody has got a car, you must have a better one. Somebody has got a dress, you must have a similar or a better one. Somebody eats wonderful good food in the hotel, okay, you must also have it. So this wanting, covetousness, desiring things all the time and anything and everything, you keep on wanting. That's a terrible mental karma. Similarly, or hating, ill will, prejudice. Without anything, you just have prejudice because somebody doesn't belong to your caste, or your color, or your country. So these are so rampant everywhere and people don't think that anything happens. No. These are mental karmas which will produce results somewhere. And the result cannot be happy because they are unwholesome traits of mind. Or this false belief about religious faith and beliefs and all that, or any kind of political beliefs and all. So these ideologies and views and beliefs, they can be terrible if they are unwholesome and if they are perverted and warped. But the opposite is equally good. Instead of killing, if you just refrain from killing, nothing, just abstain from it. That itself produces a psychological condition that makes life really wonderful, here and now and in future. Non-violence is far more powerful than violence. Let nobody have any doubt about it. Or a man who is very generous, giving, dana, not just stint and wanting, being stingy and all that, or pure life, good family values, chaste life, or none of this alcoholic drink, etc., or truthfulness. You see, and if you talk to bring about concord, not carry tales and bring suffering. bring about understanding and friendliness among people. And instead of abusive language and all that, sweet language, good language, is nice to hear, karna sukham, that pleases the ear. And instead of gossiping, learn to remain silent, maunam. Maunam is more powerful than being garrulous. Similarly, mental action like not wanting, but renunciation, detachment, generosity, like that. Instead of hating and ill will, goodwill, metta, karuna, mudita, upekha, cultivating universal love, friendliness, compassion, sympathy, altruistic sympathy for others, or equanimity of mind. So these are states which are powerful karmas, and they create very wholesome karma. If you have cultivated metta, loving kindness, you cannot be born in any of the lower planes of existence for sure, because there is no happiness there, only misery. There is happiness in the human plane, rather in a constricted way, somewhere a little bit, somewhere not, but it is there. So one can be born in this plane and in a very happy situation. But if you are cultivating metta in a very determined manner, then you definitely land yourself after, passing away. You are born in the Devalok, in the divine realms, where happiness and where love prevails. Prejudice and hate does not exist at all there. So this is the logic behind our destiny. So this now, after craving, it sets off this searching, go on to satisfy and gratify your craving. That means getting involved in all these activities. Either always wholesome, unwholesome, never wholesome. And this pariyasana, in turn, pariyasana means, they say, pursuit, in pursuit of satisfying your craving. Now that, in turn, brings about, let us say, you have lots of effort, lots of manipulations, lots of this, lots of that, and you end up getting what you crave. The object of craving, you get. You get it, it produces gain, not loss. So through this pursuit, continuous and relentless effort, etc., you gain what you want. What you crave, you get it. Very good. Now, mere getting is nothing, something very great. Say you want to get married, okay, you are married. You have to become a minister, okay, you get your vote. You want to make money, all right, you make money. So all that you get. But what result? What is the outcome? What happens thereafter? So it is said, pariyasana labho labhang paticca vinichchaya. Now vinichchaya means decision making. You take a decision. Now what you seek and you have succeeded in gaining it, the matter does not end there. It troubles the mind. It bothers the mind and keeps the mind so obsessed that you have to take a decision as to how to enjoy it, or how to utilize it, or how to gratify yourself with it. Because you are craving, you have to gratify. You see, the object of your craving is there in your hand. Now, how to enjoy itself requires a lot of thinking, lot of planning, lot of this, lot of that. a greedy fellow who is very fond of eating, he has to make a lot of plan what kind of stuff he will eat, whether he will go and eat in that American chicken place or some other place. Involves a lot of decision making, even to fulfill your greed. So now, labhang paticca vinichchayo, that is this decision making, and then you have made your decision, okay, I am going to eat in that place. I am going to drink that kind of wine. I am going to have this kind of family pleasure and all that sort. I am going to wield my authority this way. Okay, you have done the decision, then what happens? The result, it sets up another thing. Your mind gets colored. Raga. Ranjati chittang iti raga. And that also chanda raga, which means lustful desire. Constantly the mind will become conditioned to lusting for things, desiring for things. Having gained there does not end there. It doesn't end there. Or having decided how that gain should be enjoyed. No. It further colors the mind, further defiles the mind. Mind becomes debilitated and weakened further by lustful desire. And once that happens, you have no control over it. You have lost your control. So that leads to attachment or cleaving to what you desire. Clinging to you, become grasping. You can't let go. You hold on to things once you have this desire, intensified desire. So now, this in turn, this clinging and grasping, you see, creates a far more difficult situation in the mind. Very complex. You become possessive. Possessiveness means the sense of being owner. It is my son, my daughter, my husband, my children, my home, my job, my country, my caste. This, my, all that sets in. So this possessiveness or sense of ownership and all that, in turn creates another complication called parigraha. You actually own it. You have possessions, belongings, and it's actually yours and nobody can take it, and you have claim over it. Then once you have got this kind of sense of ownership or mastery or having and your possession and all that, but that leads to a very complicated situation. You can't share what you possess, what you own. You don't like, if you have lots of money, you can't spend. You don't want to spend at all. You hold on, become miser, become parsimonious, skinflint. You can't even give away anything. So the miserliness and meanness, all this sets in because of sense of property, ownership and property and possession and accumulation of possession. All these things, one thing leads to another thing. So once you have got this matsaryam, this kind of stinginess, inability to share or give, because you own, you cleave to it, that leads to what is called the most complicated situation, called safeguarding my interest. my vested interest. This tendency to safeguard is so very complex. It leads to all kinds of situations. And not only these 10 karmas that I have done, you can quite easily see what is happening in the world around is exactly because of this. Now, Bhagavan says, Matsharyang Paticharakho. Meanness, all this leads to this safeguarding, securing, defending, protecting your possessions. Defend-minded. And that, because of the safeguarding mentality, mindset, various evil, unwholesome things automatically follow or occur. And such as Dandadanang Satthadanang Kalaha Viggaha Vivada Tubang Pesunyang Musavada Aneke Papaka Akusala Dhamma Sambhavanti. You see, taking up danda, sticks and rods and things like that to fight and hit, or weapons, or create all kinds of conflicts, quarrel, dispute, insulting words, abusing, slandering, lying, 100 things, all these bad karmas set in automatically because of the so-called safeguarding one's interest and one's property, one's things. And all these chain reaction, it happens because of craving. So suppose you have a control over your craving, by training the mind in a certain manner, you have control over your destiny totally. You can avoid all these chain reaction that craving sets up. For instance, you see, you have a craving comes and you can control it just there. If you want to control craving, there is only one way, and that is have control over feeling. Because craving arises dependent on feeling. If there is no feeling, whether it's a pleasant feeling, unpleasant or neutral feeling, no feeling means no craving. When you feel, you immediately interpret the feeling. If you like, say you are seeing something and you like it, then you want to have it. If you want to have it, then you crave for it and then set off this chain reaction. So, the training of the mind to have control over the feeling is a very, very great spiritual training indeed. And this series was dedicated to that. We already have 3 or 4 talks which are just of a preliminary nature. In the next talk, I shall take stock of what I said in the last week. I gave 2 examples. How, you see, one can contemplate on feelings and change one's destiny here and have control over one's craving. With this, I conclude. May the blessings of Bhagavan Buddha, his Dhamma and Sangha surround your lives with the strength to overcome your craving. May you all be happy.